Liberal Democrat spokesperson Cameron Thomas.
Thank you, Chair. It's an honour to serve under your chairship, and credit to the member for Blackpool North for bringing forward this important debate. She can so often be found calling out injustice. As is clearly the case for many other MPs, recent weeks have brought forth an abundance of correspondence from constituents, frustration at unsatisfactory communication from Capita, and the anxiety born of missed pension payments. Many of those who have experienced missed pension payments have provided years or even decades of their lives to public service across key departments, not least the Ministry of Defence and the Crown Prosecution Service. One such constituent of mine expressed that she completed her My Civil Service pension application in July 2025, but had then received no further communication until discovering in November that the portal had closed. Having then created a Capita account in December, she has sent 3 messages via the portal, attempted to call the hotline 4 times, to date all without a response. Another is a retired MOD civil servant who had worked at RAF Innsworth, now Imgin Barracks, and home to the Joint Casualty and Compassionate Centre. She had submitted all of her documentation as required, but told me that at the end of November, all telephone lines were ceased, emails bounced back undelivered, and the portal had been closed. She described how her experience had only worsened after Capita reopened the portal, which had apparently been untested and did not allow her to log in at all. The absence of meaningful communication significantly compounded the stress to my constituent, and those affected still have no timeline to seeing their pensions paid. Capita's initial explanation that these symptoms were merely teething troubles should do nothing to convince any of us that this organisation fully understands the implications of these missed payments. It has more recently admitted to serious issues, and the true scale is a backlog of apparently 86,000 cases. None of this should surprise the government or anybody else here. I recall significant delays in the Armed Forces recruitment process during a period where Capita mismanaged medical assessments. Issues similar to those faced currently were reported in the administration of the Teachers' Pension Scheme, again by Capita. In October 2025, the Public Accounts Committee had warned the government of a clear risk that Capita would not be ready to take on full administration in December, calling on the Cabinet Office to explain how it would ensure sufficient staffing and resourcing. At the heart of this issue are 1.7 million current and former civil servants who just want the peace of mind that the pensions they have earned through years of public service will be handled fairly, with dignity, and if at all possible, a base level of competence. The Liberal Democrats, therefore, have questions for the government and for the Shadow Minister. I hope that in their closing speeches they will answer some of the following. To the Minister, in light of this situation, what steps is the government taking to support individuals who have mortgages to pay, families to feed, and all manner of expenses for which they are currently being denied payment? Perhaps the Shadow Minister could answer how his government assessed Capita's role in the administration of the Teachers' Pension Scheme, where similar issues were hitherto reported. Perhaps he could explain, did Capita's role in the administration of the Teachers' Pension Scheme factor in the awarding of this contract? To the Minister, Capita claims that the backlog it inherited was over twice the size they had anticipated. Who is responsible for this? My CSP, Capita, this government, or the last? And if the solitary Conservative representative could answer, the value of this contract is £239 million over 7 years. Given their history of mismanagement, by what metrics were Capita determined to have won this contract? Could the Minister answer, hauntingly, this contract includes an option to extend from 7 to 10 years. Will this mismanagement factor in determining whether the government decides to extend it? And finally, for the government, we can all sit here and empathise and complain about Capita, but we must take lessons from it. What lessons will this government take from this fiasco? Thank you.